Hi, in this video I will show you how to create a dashboard using the Twitter stream from PubNub. So we will use PubNub as a source and we will use the Twitter stream, which provides at most 50 tweets per second. You can see them here. So what we will need is the subscribe key, which we can copy from here, and the channels. So we will go to Instadeq and click on new visualization, select the PubNub source, paste the subscription key and the channel, which is PubNub-Twitter, and click OK, and go to the data tab. We can see the data flowing and see it moves really fast and it changes. We will pause here, clicking the pause button at the top. On the right we will go to the summary tab, and we are interested in 2 or 3 fields. There are many of them, but one of them is language of the tweet. So we will drag it to the key holder on the right on the summary, and we want to count. Each tweet has a lang field, which is the language of the tweet, and we want to just count them, how many tweets per language. So we will click and drag the lang to the column 2, and instead of having the last value, which will be the same, we will count. We will select the count type. So now for each tweet we will get the language and we will count how many times that appeared. Now we already have the data we need, so we go to the chart tab on the right and select one of the charts. Bar chart works okay, and we can see that English is the main language, followed by Portuguese, undefined, I think it's Turkish, Japanese and Spanish. This depends on the time of the day, and in the early morning Japanese is the most used one. So we can click on the title at the top and write tweets by language and hit enter or click the OK button. And we already have the first visualization. We want to explore some others, but we don't want to start again from the source. So what we can do is click the menu icon on the visualization we already have and click the clone button, and we will get a new visualization with all the configuration from the previous one. In this case we will go back to summary and search for the country of here we can see that there's country and country code. We will use country code because it's shorter. So we will drag it and drop it in the lang key we already have, and here we get three options, or we can cancel. You can read at the bottom right which is the meaning of each one. This one is to replace the thing we dropped, to put it before it or after it. We want to replace it, so we will select the first option. And now we are counting tweets by the country it comes from. So we can already chart that, and we can see that United States is the main one, followed by Brazil, Japan, I don't know what PH means, and Great Britain. So let's rename tweets by country, and let's go back to the beginning and let's clone again tweets by language. And now we want to, for each country, to see if they speak more than one language. So we will look again for the country field, and we will drop it as before on the lang key, but instead of replacing it we will put it before. So now what it will happen is it will count for each tweet. It will increment the count in the value whenever the country code and the language is the same. So we are counting language by country code and language, which the column we are counting by doesn't matter because it will just increment once. And we go to chart, and we can see that now we have different charts because we have 2 keys. So we will select stack series, and we can see that United States has English, Spanish, undefined, and the Turkish has Turkish and English, and that Brazil has Portuguese and undefined and Spanish. So now let's rename it to tweets by country and language. And now that we have 3 visualizations, we can create a new dashboard. And let's remove the panels by selecting them and clicking the remove icon on the top right. And now we select the remaining one and we split it in half vertically, horizontally, and now vertically. And we click on the top right one and click settings and select tweets by country. And the bottom right one we select tweets by language, and the left one we select tweets by country and language. And we can see our dashboard, how it looks like, by clicking the preview icon. We can put a title on it, Twitter, and when we are ready we click the settings and click the share setup sharing button, and we will share it on this address. It won't be listed in our user, it will be only visible to authenticated users, but if we want we can protect it with the password or make it public, so anybody, even if they don't have an account, can see it. Or we can go to advanced and share it with a particular user. Right now we are going to share it with only authenticated users, and click the share icon button, and we get the link here we can share, and if we click it we can see the dashboard working. Let's try a harder one. Let's see if we manage to do it. Let's clone again one of the visualizations. We go to the second page because we have more than 3 visualizations. We go to summary, and we're going to remove this, and we have some geolocation here, so let's drag the latitude and the longitude, and we want to draw a line on that position, and the line will be relative to the length of the text that was tweeted. So we look for the text field and double click it, select the calculator, which allows us to manipulate the value, select the functions section and search for text to size and select it. So now we converted the text field from the text of the tweet to the length of the text, so we drop it on column and we select the 3D map chart. So now we can see we're getting the bounding box, one of the coordinates from the bounding box. I don't know if there's a more specific field, but we get tweets by geolocation, or maybe we have them backwards. Let's try with this one here and this one there. Yeah, this makes more sense. We got the coordinates backwards. Now it makes more sense. We can see that most tweets comes from England, and the lengthier ones comes from everywhere. And now if we want to, let's rename it tweets by location. Let's go to home and let's split this panel here and select our new visualization, and we go to settings and we select the republish because we have changes. When we're manipulating a dashboard, the changes don't reflect on the shared dashboard, so we click republish and we open it, and we should see our new visualization with the world map. So this was a Twitter demo using PubNub sample stream, and as you can see it can handle quite a lot of updates per second. And if you have any questions, just let me know.